Yo, welcome to Flop of the Week. This is the first episode, and yeah, I'm just gonna. Well, actually, I've thought of a game which happened yesterday. It actually happened yesterday, and I felt like, should I really make this the flop of the week? But I had to. My team, Arsenal, were flop of the week for me. I'm sorry. It was a toss-up between Arsenal and Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea lost to West Ham 3-2, and but I just feel like Arsenal is worse because Everton had not won a game in 8 matches, right? And this is the third defeat for Arsenal, the third away defeat for Arsenal on the bounce. The last 3 matches we have now lost. We lost to Liverpool, Manchester United and Everton, right? So it's just one of them ones. Liverpool, understandable. Man United, we should have at least got a draw out of that. And I would have been, I would have been semi-happy, right? But I feel like this, a defeat, we shouldn't have lost to Man United. And then yesterday we lost to Everton. So for me, Arsenal were flop of the week. And it's sad to say that, but, I have to be real, I have to be honest. So yesterday we didn't play Tavares, which I was quite shocked, until he obviously came on around the 64th minute. Around that time, he came on. He played all right. I mean, we didn't see him. I didn't see him on the ball as much as the other games. Obviously, he came on late in it, and we wasn't really making an impact the way that we kind of did with Manchester United. I feel like we played a bit worse this time round. And to be honest with you, before the game started, I'll be honest with you, I even told my son, and I said, but he's young, he doesn't really understand, he doesn't even know that player, who he is, right? But Gray, for me, I mean, and when I saw him at Leicester, I thought this guy is going to be a serious player. But for some reason, he couldn't really get no time at Leicester. I don't know why, but it didn't really work out for him. Then obviously he's gone to Everton, and he has been a bright spark this season. He's been really good. I think he scored 5 goals for Everton this season as well. And yeah, man, he's a good player, a really good player. And we saw some moments from him. And obviously, him where he hit the bar, that was another good shot as well. He hit the bar, bounced off the bar, and then Richarlison was there to header the ball in. And previously, before that, he had 2 goals disallowed for offside, right? The second goal that was disallowed was very, very close, to the point, and I felt sorry for him, to the point I just thought referee might as well give the goal. I mean, like, he could have scored a hat-trick. Literally, he could have scored a hat-trick. And yeah, I think he was dangerous. He was putting pressure on them defenders, man, on the Arsenal defence, Richarlison. So I was thinking, imagine that. I don't even think that's Everton's best player. For me, Everton's best player is Calvert-Lewin. Like, for me, Calvert-Lewin, he's the best player for Everton, hands down. And he's injured, and it's crazy because there was speculation about Calvert-Lewin coming to Arsenal, and I was saying yes, that would be great. Like, I would love that, because for me, he should be England #1 striker. But Kane is just that guy. He will always come back, and he's proved. You know what I mean? He ain't been playing good for Tottenham, but he's been playing really good for England. He's been looking sharp, and that's what's kept Calvert-Lewin out. And now that he's been injured this season, he hasn't been banging in goals like he did the previous seasons. He's been left out. And, you know what I mean? There's other players like Tammy Abraham who've been like the second best, or seen as the second best striker right now for England. So yeah, it's just one of those ones, man. Poor game. Poor performance. We could have played a lot better. I mean, we started off well, but I just felt like this kind of, they were holding on to this 1-0 win, like they thought they could go through, and we made the same mistake. Basically the same thing as what we did with Man United. I feel like we're that team that just needs to put on pressure. Like, we can't really hold results down. Like, if we're 1-0 up, we need to score another goal to look, you know what I mean? Like, we're in control, like real control. I just feel like this 1-0 business, and teams are not scared of Arsenal at all. It's not like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a really good match, though. A really good match. And like I said, Gray, he has a bright future. I'm telling you. He's a really good player. He's one of those players that if he went to play in Germany, or, you know what I mean, like, let's just say Germany, he would shine. Just like Sancho did when he was at Dortmund. Just like Bells, you know what I'm saying, Bellingham. He's shining out there. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like players like that sometimes they need to be somewhere else, and people just need to put respect on their name, because I feel like he saved Everton 100%. Like, him and Richarlison were the ones that were doing bits, like proper, like, that's what I'm saying. Those two players there, Richarlison and Gray, for me, were two players that were better than any player in Arsenal that game, like yesterday, right? Because for Arsenal, I would say the best players for us that game, or who played better, I would say Martinelli. For me, he probably played the best, and that just goes to show no one weren't really playing, because I don't think he played that great, but that just goes to show that the whole team wasn't playing good at all. Ben White played alright. I'll be honest with you. I think he played alright. Tomiyasu, you know, didn't play that bad. But I just felt like Everton always looked like they were going to score, man. I really didn't think that we will hold it down anyways. They always looked like they were about to score on the break. For me, they seem more of a threat than when Man United were on the ball. You know what I'm saying? And that was the difference. And then Aubameyang last minute. Forget that. Nketiah. Oh my. Oh my. He was right in front of goal, and he hit the post. He headed it onto the post. I'm like, no, what are you doing? He needed to head it across, because Pickford was coming towards the post, if that makes sense. So even if it was on target, Pickford might have got there and saved it. Probably not, but it was very close. But because Pickford was moving towards the post, the right-hand side of the goal, if he now headed it and directed it across him or towards Pickford, Pickford would have missed it, and it would have went over his head and went in. But no, he had to head it straight on. You're right in front of the post. Obviously, if you head it directly, like in front of you, it's going to hit the post, obviously. You didn't direct it in no way, shape or form. Like, the post is right in front of you. Direct it. Hit it this way. Like, come on. Didn't do none of that. That got me really frustrated. I was like, oh my God. He done the same thing that Aubameyang done the other day. Exactly the same thing that Aubameyang done the other day. You know what I'm saying? Aubameyang, oh man. And it was mad, because obviously when I saw the team lineup, I was like, Aubameyang is on the bench, and I was like, I don't know about that. And even like Lacazette, he didn't do much at all. Like, he couldn't really get the ball for some reason, but I don't know. It was a bit mad. And I feel like we was missing Smith Rowe. For me, Smith Rowe looks the most positive. When obviously Saka does as well. He does his thing, but I feel like there's something about Smith Rowe. He's direct. He thinks on a simple aspect, like, I ain't got to do some mad dribbling to get past players. Sometimes all I have to do is just a 1-2 turn, next turn, like, just, you know what I mean? But Saka's obviously trying to do all this skill. Nothing's wrong with that, but I mean, like, sometimes players can read you, and then but because Smith Rowe is a very kind of simple player, I don't think a lot of players can read him. So they don't know when he's gonna like kind of turn right, and you know what I mean. Where it's like someone like Ronaldo, you could kind of know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do a few step overs. He's gonna turn. He's gonna, you know what I mean. You could kind of tell. It's just obviously when he's in front of goal, it's a madness. That's how he scores bare goals, isn't it? He's just clinical. And that's something that Arsenal ain't got. I've noticed that a lot of teams around us have got that clinical striker. Aubameyang, yeah, is a clinical striker, but he's just not on form. He's just not with it. You know what I mean? He's been on and off for season after season, to be honest with you. I just feel like there's got to be more competitiveness. I feel like Arsenal need to bring in 3 strikers. Everyone's saying bring in 1 striker. Bro, bring in 3 strikers. One that could be like half decent. Obviously, it's good to have like all 3 strikers like world class. Like Liverpool, they got Jota is looking world class now. You know what I'm saying? And then Firmino, for me, obviously he's not world class, but he's good player, and he would actually look like probably, I don't know, he would look like a baller at Arsenal. And that just goes to show that how low the levels are at Arsenal. I feel like Firmino would be look like a baller if he played for Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And that's wrong. But just in saying that, like, they got Mane, they got Salah, right? Like, come on, Mane, Salah. They got, and then Jota he's looking world class, bro. Like, at the moment. Man is actually looking sick. So it just goes to show, who have Arsenal really got right now? Like, it's just bad. And then Martinelli, for me, he's looking class. But it's just we need more players. Like, we can't just settle on that. We can't just say, alright, cool. We got Martinelli can come in. Lacazette, he's doing, come on, Nketiah. No, we haven't. That's not it. That's not it. Imagine those 4. Martinelli, Nketiah, Aubameyang, Lacazette. That's not those 4. Come on, man. Like, no. We need to bring in 3 strikers, 2 world class strikers. Yeah? And then 1 not semi-pro, but one that's alright. You know what I mean? One that's, he can score goals, but he's just like alright. Someone like Giroud. Like, not to get Giroud again, but someone that can come off the bench, score goals. Yeah? Then we need 2 world-class strikers, because there needs to be competitiveness. That would make Aubameyang fix up. And then he can fight for a place. You know what I mean? If he's really about it, he'll be every week main player, main striker, every week. So, I don't know, man. I don't think we don't need no defenders. I think our defense has been alright. You know what I mean? Can't blame the defenders. We're not looking like we want to score. If we go 1-0 down, forget that. If we if it's like level, we kind of look like we could score whatever. But the moment we're like down, it's apart from last night. Obviously, as soon as we went 2-1 down, we was just trying to attack. But it was too late by then. So, it's one of them ones. But anyways, for me, Arsenal were flop of the week. And definitely, Aubameyang was flop of... He's got his chance. He should have buried that. His ability, he should have scored. That last shot, with his ability, he should have scored. And then Nketiah, with anyone's ability, anybody, it could be anybody, should be scoring 100%. Even someone like Lucas Moura, I know he plays for Tottenham, but I have to be honest with you. This guy, for me, he's actually sick, bro. Like, people just look at him and think, you know, this guy, like, nah, he's actually good. And like, Conte is seeing that. That's why he's playing him. You know what I mean? So it's just finding the right players. Finding the right players. And Nketiah turned down a contract recently. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's happening with that. And yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to January. So, you know, see who Arsenal are gonna buy, because we do need someone. I don't feel like we need midfielders, but I feel like we need strikers 100%. But I'm gonna go now. That was flop of the week. See you guys soon.